Microsoft has announced that it will not add VR functions to the Xbox Series X. According to a report of VGC, Video Games Chronicle, VR for the console is not a goal for us now. Unfortunate for the fans, Microsoft is not planning to add virtual reality headset support to the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. This video is about Xbox and VR and why Microsoft has abandoned its plan to facilitate virtual reality headgear on the Xbox. CEO of Xbox, Phil Spencer, stated, "My major argument was that I wanted to be clear with our clients about where our priorities were. Let's dig more into this and figure out what's going on." Microsoft's gaming executive indicated in February last year, before the debut of Xbox Series XS, that the platform had no plans to support VR devices with the console. Months before, Phil Spencer drew fire for statements he made regarding the virtual reality that some regarded as disparaging of the technology. He described virtual reality as a rather narrow and quote-unquote isolating format that does not fit his idea of gaming as a communal pleasure. Later, the Xbox CEO explained his remarks, saying he loves that the games industry is pioneering in several domains, but that VR is just not our emphasis. Spencer stated in a February 2020 interview with Gamertag Radio that he intended no disrespect to any VR game enthusiasts or developers. Still, that Xbox has no plans to enter the space. "I know a lot of people working on very terrific VR titles, great VR titles, and I'm not trying to be dismissive of that," he remarked. "My major argument was that I wanted to be clear with our clients about where our priorities were. So, if you were expecting us to release a VR headset for Series X at the launch, we're not going to do it. I see why some people would want it. We must concentrate on the tasks at hand, and our most valuable resource is the team and their abilities, so I must concentrate on the tasks at hand." Microsoft has abandoned plans to enable virtual reality headgear on the Xbox. Microsoft's Chief Marketing Officer for Gaming, Mike Nichols, told GamesIndustry.biz that "We don't have any plans unique to Xbox platforms in virtual reality or mixed reality." Nichols claims that the PC is probably the finest platform for virtual reality and mixed reality, in that our concentration is mostly on experiences you would play on your TV for the Xbox. This effectively ends Microsoft's console VR intentions, at least for the time being. Xbox CEO Phil Spencer stated in 2016 that the future Project Scorpio console would enable high-end VR similar to that offered on Windows PCs. Later that year, Microsoft released a full range of VR headsets, and a few months later, it revealed that mixed reality content would be available on Xbox devices in 2018. On the other hand, Spencer was far less thrilled at last year's E3. He told Road to VR that, while he was long-term positive on VR, it wasn't yet ready for Xbox, and that the market was years away. Nichols is now hardly displaying interest on the platform. Spencer termed Microsoft's early VR plans over-exuberant, and the market has progressed more slowly than many anticipated. Microsoft's opponent Sony, on the other hand, has done quite well with its PlayStation VR headset, while Microsoft has moved forward with multiple PC VR headsets in collaboration with partners such as Samsung and Acer. It's hardly unexpected that the company's Xbox VR plans have fallen through the cracks, especially given that it's primarily focusing on commercial applications for its mixed reality headsets. There is some key context to understanding Microsoft's history with desktop VR. The Windows Mixed Reality program started strong, and many headsets received positive feedback, but there was a puzzling lack of push from Microsoft soon after. At first glance, Windows mixed reality appeared to be a fundamental pillar of computing in the future, but the initial head of Steam appears to have gone for the time being. Road to VR reported in 2019 that Windows mixed reality devices were being phased out of the Microsoft Store. This appeared to be a lull before a new generation of WMR headsets entered the market, but that wave of new WMR devices has yet to arrive. Some headsets, such as the HP Reverb G2, are WMR compatible, but this is not highlighted. When you visit the WMR page, you'll notice that Steam VR titles take center stage. We don't know if Windows Mixed Reality will suddenly gain traction, perhaps after Windows 11. Surprisingly, there appears to be a Windows 11 Mixed Reality edition. However, it's unclear whether this is aimed more at high-end HoloLens headsets. If Microsoft has plans for Xbox virtual reality, they're keeping them under wraps. IGN Italia reported a cryptic error message on Xbox in March 2021, implying that VR-related data was buried somewhere in the console's code. Microsoft quickly clarified that this was a localization issue. So yet, they have offered no indication that VR is in their Xbox plan. Attempting to explain why Xbox does not appear to have VR in its future enters the realm of minor guesswork. The most logical explanation is that Xbox is just overburdened at the moment. Xbox has a lot going on, with 2 new consoles in great demand, a cloud gaming service getting off the ground, and a new subscription service in Game Pass. It's also possible that the company's organizational structure keeps those working on VR and those working on Xbox nearby. A more positive explanation is that Microsoft is waiting for Sony to expose the entirety of their VR hand. With the Xbox One X, the business could ensure that their mid-generation system update surpassed Sony's PlayStation 4 Pro thanks to their second-mover advantage. Xbox CEO Phil Spencer could be a factor in the lack of traction. CNET claimed in 2018 that a rumored Xbox VR headset had been halted. Spencer reported in another CNET piece from 2016 that Xbox VR would be worthwhile only if they could bring something special. Spencer's various interviews and remarks over the years indicate that he is not delighted with the current status of VR or convinced that Xbox users are interested in the technology. Whatever Microsoft's plans for virtual reality on Xbox are, there's no denying that VR is a burgeoning market. Whether through PC VR, standalone VR, or console VR, it appears that VR will not go away as it did in the 1990s. CEO Xbox Spencer said in an interview, "VR is not as simple as connecting in the headset. You must redo the dash. A lot of work goes into it, and the Valve, Sony, and Oculus teams are aware of the platform's completeness and what it needs to support it." Spencer stressed that Microsoft, as the Windows company, will never close our eyes to where things are headed. "I don't want VR to go away. I want it to grow," he stated. "I'm hoping it's something so vital that it's a no-brainer for us to support it." Neither the new Xbox consoles nor the older Xbox One has VR headset capability. However, Windows 10 has its mixed reality framework and has long supported several VR headsets and platforms, so adding VR headset support to the Xbox Series X wouldn't be a great jump. Given that the PS5 supports PlayStation VR and is scheduled to support the upcoming PSVR 2, VR support on Xbox would at the very least provide Microsoft with a reply to Sony's VR ambitions. Unfortunately, the latter appears to be the case, even though support for one of our top selections for the best VR headsets might be an easy win for Microsoft. That's all for today, my friends. We hope to see you in the next video. Until then, make sure to like this video and share it with your friends. Also, click the bell icon for more updates. Until next time.